Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by today, especially my new viewers and new subscribers. Your kindness, your generosity, your support of my channel has truly been amazing. I never take that for granted. I'm a 58-year-old American who grew tired of the rat race and decided to move to the Philippines in search of a new life. Well, I found that new life, and I want to share with you my boots on the ground experiences the only way I know how. It's by giving you the nitty-gritty. This is exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. Never going to sugarcoat that. It's not going to start today. The subject of my vlog today is why the world loves Filipinos. And I came up with that idea because every time I wear that Pinoy Lives Matter shirt, I get hit from all sides. Black lives matter, blue lives matter, all lives matter. And I just want to let people know that it's not a political statement. I'm not taking away from the suffering, the struggle, or the injustice of anyone. I mean, no one has a monopoly on suffering. It's just a reminder of how much the Filipino people mean to me, how much they've done for me and my family since I've been coming over here. But before I get started, I want to talk about something else that came across my mind. Good morning. And that's, no matter how many videos you see on YouTube about the Philippines, I don't care how great the video is, the commentary, the drones, how beautiful the women, it doesn't do the Philippines any justice, because one of the most important things is missing, and that's the smells of the Philippines. It's what makes this place uniquely the Philippines. I remember when I first got here, 2009, I get off the plane and the aroma that hit my nose, man, it smelled something like old clothes that had been in a trunk for a long time. You get that old clothes smell, but you're not gonna appreciate that until you've made a few trips here. And once you get back, that smell is gonna be like a welcoming mat, welcoming you back to this wonderful place. Everybody always asks me about, dried fish. It's a popular subject over here. Well, I'm gonna try my best to describe it to you. I guess it's sort of like a mix between a bad case of foot fungus, rotten eggs, and Limburger cheese all mixed into one. It's just a nasty, funkified, putrefied, skunkified nostril experience that you'll never forget once you smell it. But once you get past the smell, it's really quite delicious. I'm from Kentucky, and we have something called country ham, and that's what it simply tastes like. And I love the dried fish that comes from Dumaguete City, Zamboanga City, the bigger pieces of fish that they put through that process. But all the smells over here is not bad. As a matter of fact, most of them are pleasant. And there's none more pleasant than when you meet that girl at the airport, because you're going to meet her. She's going to be there. And you go to the taxi and you scoot over close enough to her where you can smell that cream silk conditioner in her hair, man. You talking about welcome to the Philippines. That's your welcoming mat right there. And then you're going to get a whiff of that cheap perfume that only a Filipino can get away with wearing. But it's uniquely Philippines, man, and it lets you know that, man, you're in a special place. I would suggest to any of you, when you get here, have your friend, your girlfriend, your wife, take you to the local market and get that roller coaster of smells, man, that's going to greet you, man. I don't care if it's fresh fish and seafood, tobacco, you get that. Have you ever had that aroma of vegetables, right out of the garden, that sort of thing? And if you see me now where I'm walking, this is early morning in Zamboanga City, in San Carlos City, Negros Occidental. the Philippines outside of these urban cities, it's like a big farm. And you smell that morning dew, man. It's just a smell that, man, it's just a wonderful smell, man. But it's all uniquely Philippines. It lets you know where you are. Because this could be any place when you're showing these videos and stuff. But until you get over here, because I'm going to tell you, I try to give you the nitty gritty, but this place is a lot more nittier and a lot more grittier, man, than any video on YouTube can describe it. But it's a wonderful place, man, and, you know, that's the one thing that's missing from these videos is the smells, man. And when you get over here, last but not least, when you're riding your bike, your motorcycle, in your car, go down the street, you're gonna get that smell of doo-doo. In Kentucky, we call it duty. Over here, they call it poop. And I haven't been able to distinguish whether it's dog poop, human poop, or poop poop. But it's gonna hit you, and you're gonna know you're in the Philippines. So now on to my topic, why the world loves the Philippines. Yeah, I get it bad when I wear that Pinoy Lives Matter shirt. People don't understand the context behind that. When I had that shirt made in Zamboanga City, I was at my lowest point. And the people there, they treated me so bad, so good. They literally loved me back to life. And today, one of those first supporters of Sunshine Shoulders, young lady by the name of Mary Muhammad, she sent me a message in my Sunshine Shoulders messenger. She said, "Sir, I lost my son today. I think he was 2 years old or something." He's always on her Facebook doing TikTok and stuff like that. And she was one of the first people that I ever took groceries to. And when I remember it, I took her the groceries, and she was holding him in her hand. Well, he died, and the doctor doesn't know why. She doesn't know why. But the way that she's handling his death, and all the pain and all the sorrow that Filipinos go through, seems like on a daily basis, man, it endures me to them. It's one of the reasons why I love Filipinos. They make me put my life in perspective. See, I can feel her pain because March the 10th, 2012, our son was born. He was born at 7 months, 2 months premature. He spent 18 days in the hospital. 16 of those days were spent in an old World War II incubator. They gave him a 50-50 chance to live. They didn't know whether he was going to live or die. His mother was in there for 5 days. And finally, on the 18th day, they let us take him home. But we had a bill. It's like 300,000, 350. I can't remember, but I do remember I was 50,000 pesos short. And I tried everything, man. I wrote all my friends back home, all my family members, man. I couldn't get it, man. Nobody had it. I was willing to loan it to me, and then a Filipino, and here he was, a guy, he was like a seaman, but he's like a local seaman. He wasn't one that went around the world. He went from like Zamboanga to like Basilan, Tawi, Holo, Salou. He came up to me and said, "Calvin, I'm going to give you that 50,000 so you can get your family out of the hospital." And I was shocked. This guy was only earning about $140 a month, and he didn't say, "I'm going to loan it to you." He said, "I'm going to give it to you." Of course, I paid him back. But that's the sort of thing that endears you to Filipino people. See, because of what he did, I'm forever indebted to Filipino people. I mean, it touched me in a way that nothing's ever touched me, because I didn't know what I was going to do. And every day they stayed in that hospital, it was more money. So even now, almost 10 years later, whenever I have extra money, I always send it to his wife and children down in Iloilo, because now he is an international seaman. He travels all over the world, and sometimes in between paydays and stuff like that, his family needs extra money, so I always give him $1,500, $2,000, $2,500. To me, it's like a love interest. And that's just how, from day one, I've been here all the way to now, I've been treated since I've been here. If I go to somebody's place, if I'm invited somewhere, they never ask me for anything. The rent is free. The board is free. The food is free, if I want it to be. But of course, I always, pay my way. And I ain't talking about in some squatters area. It's everything from the squatters area all the way up to these big mansions, man. I was in Mia guy Ilo, and she's a retired teacher. She's got a beautiful home, and we stayed in her house for 30 days. She would not take 1 peso. I had to make her take the 10,000. I think it was 10,000 we gave her. She would not take it, man. This was a beautiful place. But that's why people love the Philippines, because there's more to this place than beautiful women and beautiful beaches and the low cost of living, man. These people treat me like a celebrity. They roll out the brightest red carpet, and I haven't figured it out yet, because I'm not rich in money, I'm not wealthy, I'm not handsome or anything like that. They just do it because that's who they are. I remember watching an old episode of Anthony Bourdain. He talked about why the Philippines was his favorite place of all to visit. He said because they're so kind and so giving, and they have so little to give. He couldn't figure it out, and I still haven't figured it out. But everywhere I go, it doesn't matter if it's Samar, Bilaran, Lady, Cebu, St. Carlos City, Zamboanga City. It doesn't matter, man. I'm giving that treatment. And Filipinos are some of the most loyal people on the planet. That's why a lot of these BPOs and call centers are relocating here, because they will help you build your business as if it's their own. When you pick up the phone and call your bank or casino or hospital, anything customer service, 9 times out of 10 now it's going to be a Filipino on the other line. And they will put you through the ringer as if they own that company. And people love them for that. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that today, man, and put a little context behind that Pinoy Lives Matter shirt that I wear. It has nothing to do with anything political, man. It has to do with my love for the people here. The love that they've given me back. Whatever love I give the Filipino, he gives me 10 times back. I don't understand it. What he's done for my family, So, thank you so much. And that's why I always tell people, come on over here, man. It's an option for you. Who says you have to live your whole life where you were born? Because I was born here doesn't mean I can't live here. The world's 197 million square miles. I always remind you that. See as much of it as you can before you die, man, because you're going to be dead a long time. I'm sorry. My mother died September the 18th, 1993, man. I haven't seen her since. So thank you so much for stopping by. And America's getting late. I hope you help somebody before your head hit the pillow. But if you're on one of them late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, you're just getting off second shift, or you're on your lunch break and you see somebody in the street, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a few dollars. If you're in the Philippines, I guess it's about 8 a.m. I just came from seeing what's becoming my favorite little family, man. Remember I was telling y'all my video the other day about the guy I saw in the pedicab. That's his house. Go on my Sunshine Shoulders community page. They let me take a picture of him, and you'll see I only had 100 pesos again today I gave him, but I promised him and his wife, they could not speak a bit of English, man. And I told them Ugma, which means tomorrow in Bisaya, I was going to bring them some groceries, some food to eat. They understood that. Why am I doing it? Because I want a pat on the back? No, somebody did it for me here, see. But not only that, but these lockdowns, man, over here, man, it's just created just some hardships that I can't even describe to you, man. There's millions and millions of people over here that need our help, man, because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time. They're doing construction on the, if you see over here, the clay courts over there. So the people, the die-hard tennis players, because they are here, and you see where these green nets are, they've moved the nets over to the, and they've taken over the basketball court, man. But that's why I love the Philippines, man. I love the Filipinos. Thank you so much. Take care.